Hello everybody, Aaron the Introvert here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be playing some Sonic the Hedging. Let's hop right into it. Sonic Mania, this is a game that released back in, I want to say the summer of 2017. I remember it being a very early Switch title that came out, I want to say maybe around June, July, August, somewhere through there. But yeah, this came out in 2017, and it's not so much a remake or a like remaster of the original Sonic the Hedgehog games. It's more of a redux. So this game kind of takes Sonic 1, 2, 3, and Knuckles, and then also Sonic CD, and it kind of remixes the levels. It introduces some new mechanics, and also introduces like some of its own completely original levels that were made just for this game. So let's hop right into it here, start ourselves a new file. We'll select just Sonic by himself, because Tails kind of annoys me when he follows us around. But yeah, this game released with extremely positive critical reception. This is a lot of people consider to be one of, if not the best Sonic game of all time. Now, I should say my history with Sonic is a little spotty. I've definitely played this game before and I've really enjoyed it, but I haven't always been the biggest Sonic fan. So you know, my exposure to Sonic started probably around 2007-ish, somewhere through there, back on the Wii with the first Sonic games that I ever owned. I remember were Sonic and the Secret Rings, which is not a very good game. I never finished it. And then also Sonic Unleashed on the Wii, which you know, opinions vary on that one. I guess there's some people who really love it, but I never finished that one either because I didn't really care much for that game. So that was kind of my original exposure to Sonic. I always enjoyed Sonic as a character. Well, you know, I guess Sonic I also would have played, you know, as him in, like I had Mario and Sonic at the Olympics back on the Wii, and then, of course, he was in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. So I definitely, you know, liked the character. We'll jump in here and do this little bonus thing. I think you have to have at least 30 rings when you get to a checkpoint. You can do this little blue sphere challenge. Now, I suck at these. I'm probably going to lose this right off the bat, especially where I'm talking to is going to make it that much harder. He's moving forward automatically. I don't have any control over Sonic here. Sonic P. Hedgehog is his official name. That's not his official name. I'm making that up. I don't know if Sonic has a middle name. I do remember seeing a clip from the Sonic, what was that, Sonic Forces series that was on Cartoon Network for a few years. It spawned a lot of memes. I think we touched the yellow. If we touch the red, we lose this. But Sonic says Sonic says something or another is my middle name. I don't remember what it is. Speed's my middle name or something. And Knuckles, who's kind of not very bright in that show, kind of breaks the fourth wall. He's like, I thought your middle name was the. But yeah, I've lost my train of thought. I can't focus with these balls here. Oh, okay, yeah, we lost that. See, I told you I suck at those. We're probably not going to stop and do every one of those, because, like, that's just going to make these episodes way longer, and I'm probably not going to win them anyway, so it's just a waste of time for everybody. But, can we get up here? Yeah, probably. Let's wait for that to come back down. But yeah, so after Sonic and the Secret Rings and Sonic Unleashed, the next game that I played after that, which is when things finally started getting good, was I think it might have been called the Sonic Classic Collection or something like that on the Nintendo DS, which had Sonic 1, 2, and 3 in it. I'm not sure if I ever actually beat any of those games. I might have gotten to the end, but I don't think I ever got the like all the Chaos Emeralds or anything like that. I think I would have been like 9 when I picked that game up, and I enjoyed them. Those I definitely thought were pretty good. But yeah, Sonic's always been kind of a spotty franchise. You know, there's people that love Sonic, there's people that kind of hate Sonic, and you know, kind of both are valid, if I'm being completely honest. Like, there's some stinkers out there. There's some bad Sonic games. But yeah, I'm trying to think what all else I've played. You know, everybody's kind of got their, you know, among the Sonic fandom or whatever, the games that they feel like are underrated. For me, that would probably be, I enjoyed Sonic Lost World on the Wii, or on the Wii U. I didn't think that game was bad. A lot of people say that game kind of sucks. And it's a little basic, you know. It's probably one of, if not, oh, Well, okay, that was lucky. One of, if not the most vanilla Sonic games. You know, not a whole lot of originality there. Feels a lot like the games Nintendo was making in that era, like kind of with the new Super Mario Brothers stuff, which is kind of reusing a lot of ideas and just playing it very safe. But I don't know, I thought the core gameplay was pretty fun. But yeah, so I'd never been the biggest Sonic fan, but in recent years that's kind of changing. So, you know, you've got Sonic Mania here that came out on the Switch, which is a really solid game, and then from there, you know, despite having a Wii and having some Sonic games on the Wii, I didn't grow up like with Sonic Colors, which everybody said was like one of the best Sonic games. I picked that up when they did the Sonic Colors Ultimate like remaster or whatever, which a lot of people say is a downgrade and didn't really like it, but I enjoyed it. As someone who didn't play the original, like I couldn't tell you what was wrong with it. So I thought that was pretty good. And then at the time of recording this, Sonic and Shadow Generations is just about like a couple weeks from coming out. I'm recording this on October 3rd, and yeah, I don't remember what day that Sonic and Shadow Generations come out, but it's basically a remake of Sonic Generations, which is another game that people consider to be one of the best Sonic games that I've always wanted to play, just like Colors, but I never actually had the opportunity to. Yeah, we're skipping that bonus area. Whoops, wrong way. But yeah, I'm very excited to finally get to play that. I did technically play the 3DS version of Sonic Generations, but as I understand it, that's a completely different game. You know, totally different level design and everything, and people consider it not nearly as good. I enjoyed it from what I remember, but it's been a long time since I played that game. And back then I wasn't as big of a Sonic guy, so a lot of the references were lost on me. But yeah, the console version, I'm really looking forward to finally playing that, because as a kid I never owned like an Xbox or a PlayStation console, and that's all that you could get Sonic Generations on. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. We've got this fire ability here. Can we burn this bridge? Let's see, I think there's a way. If I'm, maybe not. Thought we could, but oh well, whatever. But yeah, we got this little, you get different shields. I think this originated maybe in Sonic 3, I want to say. Because in all the Sonic games you have these, you know, you can get a shield to protect you from, you know, taking one hit of damage, and then it goes away, a little force field. But having different elemental ones, like earlier I had the lightning one. There was a water one I could have gotten, but I skipped it because I like the lightning better, that draws the rings to me. It also gives you kind of a double jump. The water one lets you bounce and maybe makes you impervious to, yeah, that's good. I like the lightning one. I think it makes you to where you can't drown, because in Sonic games, drowning is pretty terrifying. I think most of us were traumatized the first time we played a Sonic game and experienced that drowning noise as your health is just ticking away. That and everything just goes quiet for a second, and then he drowns. It's pretty freaky stuff. I lost all my rings, but yeah, we got our next little boss fight here against Dr. Eggman. I think this is his like neck that he fights you in out at the end of Sonic 2, I believe. Again, I'm not the biggest Sonic guy, so like, unlike with like Mario or whatever else when we're playing and I'm throwing out facts, usually I know what I'm talking about. For Sonic, I take everything I say in these videos with a grain of salt. I could be completely off base. Ow. No, my ring. And this boss, we want to beat him relatively quickly, because if it takes us too long, then we eventually go to a cliff. We walk off a cliff and die, basically, because this is auto-scrolling, so yeah. Ooh. It's kind of hard to hit him without taking damage. The hitbox is very weird on this boss fight. Oh. I'm scared. Okay, thank goodness. Thought we might have been dead there, but we're good. That flower got chopped in half. That's a little weird graphical thing. I don't know if that's intended. Like, even like the tree or whatever that is up in the top left, I don't know what that is, but it looks kind of glitched out a little bit there. But anyway, we've cleared the first world. Each world just has 2 acts. Some Sonic games, or at least I think the original Sonic, every world I think had, or every zone had 3 acts. I just realized my headset isn't plugged up. Dagnabbit. This is like the 3rd time this has happened to me. There we go. Hopefully that don't mess anything up. Yeah, I don't know what the plot of this game is. Eggman's got some kind of, I guess, space and time distortion thingy going on, and he's got these little robotic egg dudes working for him. I'm trying to remember what they're even called. Oh, here we go. Chemical Plant. This is after Green Hill Zone, probably one of the most iconic Sonic zones. Got some banging music. The music in this particular level is really, really good. Evidently, I don't know if he did in like the first 2 Sonic games, but Michael Jackson, I believe, was involved in the score of the 3rd Sonic the Hedgehog, which is awesome. You know, I've not found any of the giant rings. I should probably keep an eye out for those. Let us play a little. Yeah, here's one. Okay, I thought I picked the right path for that. Yeah, so here's our first one. Got to catch the UFO. We got this weird. Kind of reminds me of like the FX chip from Mario, not Mario, from the Super Nintendo. I'm doing a terrible job right now. I'm getting distracted. My phone was beeping, and I was like, "Oh Lord, I forgot to mute my phone before I started recording." Very professional stuff. But then I'm also trying not to run out of time and lose. We got to grab these rings to build up our time. But yeah, the Super FX chip was this thing on the Super Nintendo, you know, that made 3D graphics like this, like the original Super Mario Kart, and that's what this reminds me of. Of course, this, you know, this is based on the Sega Genesis, so I'm not sure what chip it had to make 3D graphics like this, but or if it had that at all, I really don't know, because I wasn't a Sega kid. I didn't grow up with one. I know there's, I think this is the bonus level, is something kind of like this with this sort of 3D perspective on Sonic CD, I think it is. Yeah, that was on like the Sega CD, which I don't know, you know. I'm not sure what makes that all that different from a Genesis. I don't know. My Sonic knowledge is, just Sega knowledge in general, is very limited. Like I said, again, just take everything I say with a grain of salt. So I don't know if that 3D, you know, tech there, if that was doable on the original Genesis or just on the Sega CD or what, but okay, this part's a little annoying. So even though you can like fit, maybe it's not here, maybe it's on up ahead a little bit. There's a space where you can easily get crushed to death, even though it doesn't look like that you should get crushed. It's like 1 pixel too small, I guess, for Sonic to be able to fit. I really don't understand why he dies when there's like 2 blocks right over top of each other like that. That's how it was in the original games, and I feel like they could have maybe done something to fix that in this game here. But ooh, okay, I think we're dead. Yeah. Rip Sonic. Did we not have a single checkpoint? Oh, well, now that's upsetting. Alright, then. Here I was about to start vibing out to the music, but now I'm just angry. Still good music, though, so I'm going to jam out, but I'm going to be very angry while I'm doing it. I don't know which way I'm going now. I just figured we'd try a different path. I remembered from before that to the left was where we could do that little bonus thing to get our first Chaos Emerald there. I probably should have done a better job looking out for one on the on the first level, but I just kind of didn't really think about it. Let's see. Let's get out of here because we do not want to drown like we were talking about before. Okay, well, somehow we found our way back here to that same secret thing again. If you're not familiar with him, do yourself a favor and look up Smooth McGroove. He does these acapella remixes of various Sonic music. Not just Sonic, from, you know, all across the game industry. He does Nintendo, he does like Final Fantasy, but yeah, he does all these acapellas that are just really, really good. I'm subscribed to him, although he doesn't really post very much anymore. I think he recently posted, I guess maybe he has his own original like album coming out or something, so he doesn't do as much game music anymore, but yeah, he's definitely, you know, he's a master. Still probably like I don't know, hundreds of covers over the years that he's done from different games, so he's worth checking out, even if he isn't super active doing that sort of thing anymore. But yeah, Smooth McGroove, he probably has a couple million subscribers, so you may very well be familiar with him. He's got long hair, got a long beard. He's usually wears a cap, and in all of his videos he typically pulls out his little he's got a little black cat, and he'll kind of wiggle it around, make it dance around. But yeah, Smooth McGroove, super talented guy. There's a lot of good artists on YouTube who do video game covers and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, here's the part that I hate, where you can very easily get crushed, and I think it's a heaping pile of garbage that you can. It's patiently, but not too patiently, because we don't want to drown. Sonic is like, oh yeah, here we go. We're drowning. Oh no, what am I doing? Go Sonic, no! Yeah, we're dead. Well, there's the drowning. Didn't mean to click that. Just wanted to show off the drowning animation for everybody there. But anyway, again, Sonic, I'm not the best Sonic player in the whole world. Okay, here we go again. And if we lose all of our lives, we have to redo the whole act. So if we're on like the second level, or like we have to redo the whole zone, I mean, so if we're on like Act 2, zone, whatever, then if we get a game over, then we have to redo the first one, which I think is a little annoying, but, you know, hopefully that won't happen. Okay, I'm just going to focus here, not do a whole lot of talking. But yeah, like right there in that gap, if we were standing there, it would have killed us, which I think is kind of stupid, because like Sonic can fit. Maybe it might would, you know, maybe chip one quill, but like I think he would be fine. So I don't know. There's some rings down there, but I kind of don't know if I want to go for them. Yeah, we're not going to worry about that right now. But Sonic, you know, to the uninitiated, you know, it's a little bit like Mario, where if you grab 100 rings, you get a extra life. But the rings also kind of double as your health. So you know, if we get hit, Sonic will lose every ring that he's holding, which, you know, it's not really my favorite mechanic, if I'm being honest, because Sonic's all about going fast, and, you know, it's a pretty steep punishment to lose. Like, you know, you never have like a Mario game where like you get hit and then you lose every single one of your coins, so it's very risky, but because it's risky, it makes me not necessarily want to go super fast, so I feel like it's a little bit at odds with the game design is a little bit at odds with itself, if that makes sense, you know. So I don't know. Ow. People would say that's why I just need to get good, I guess, but I don't know. Sonic, even though Sonic's definitely grown on me a lot over the years, I don't think I'll ever like it to the same extent as, say, like Mario. But I am very excited for Sonic and Shadow Generations when it comes out. I might play that on the channel, we'll see. But yeah, there's just certain design elements that are just intrinsic to Sonic since the first game. That's just kind of part of its DNA that I don't see them ever changing. Like, you know, Sonic dropping rings when he gets hit. That's just kind of, I don't know how well it clicks with me, you know? That's not to say it's a bad mechanic or anything necessarily, but it just, I don't know, I find it a little bit frustrating because it's like you want me to go fast, but then I'm scared if I do go fast, I'm going to get punished for it, you know, with an obstacle off screen that I'm not going to be able to see. But yeah, we're on Chemical Plant Zone Act 2 here, and this is where I was talking about how the game, you know, is kind of a redux. So that first stage is kind of pretty typical, pretty similar to how Chemical Plant is in Sonic 2, but on the second act, they always really change everything up. They change the music and they add in a whole bunch of different mechanics, like how we're kind of gelatinizing the chemicals here, or whatever's happening. Yeah, I feel like Sonic's gonna have like cancer or something after this zone. Like he's just bathing in all these various chemicals. Who knows like what the contents of these are? You know, we're down in that purple stuff like we were in the last level there. Like, I don't know. He's getting all that in his eyes, so he's probably gonna get some kind of weird. You know, he's probably gonna lose his vision. Get some kind of infection at the very least. Severe eye irritation. But yeah, and like we're mixing these chemicals, like who knows, like this is like toxic stuff. Sonic don't need to be like breathing all this crap in. This place is like everybody who works here needs to be wearing like a hazmat suit, you know. But Sonic, he's vehemently an anti-masker, even when it's not related to COVID or anything. He doesn't wear a mask even for like just chemicals. Let's grab these. Oh, I can't reach them. Definitely don't think I'll be able to get those ones on the left there, but yeah, we at least got that one. And then what's that? We got like DNA strands going on. Are we changing Sonic's molecular composition here? You think so? Like in Crash Bandicoot, you know, the reason Crash is an anthropomorphic human-like Bandicoot Al is because he was a genetic experiment gone wrong by Dr. Cortex. Is that what happened with Sonic? Is that why he's able to walk and talk? Was he like a Eggman experiment gone wrong? As far as I understand from the Sonic lore, I don't think that's the case. I think humans and talking animals just kind of coexist in this world. But it's kind of weird though, because like, you know, we're going around and freeing out some just regular animals that were captured by Eggman and put into his robots that, as far as we can tell, don't have any sort of, you know, I don't know if sentience is the right word I'm looking for, but any self-awareness to be able to reason and think existentially. Oh, where am I going here? What am I missing? Oh, okay, that apparently. Ow. Oh, I didn't want to do another bonus thing, but whatever. Get blue spheres. Sonic has blue balls. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we got to try to get all these. This one we got 91. Like, I'm never going to be able to get all these without dying. It's just not possible. Then you can only go forward, but then if you bonk into these star things, they send you backward. These yellow ones send you flying halfway across the map. The red ones, again, that's instant death. But yeah, you kind of want to go along the outside, because if you do that, then it fills them all in with rings in the middle that you can collect. And if you get all those, something happens. I don't know. You act like I'm good enough that I've actually been able to do that. But yeah, these are tough. Okay, yeah, I think if it's got like that other thing in the middle, then it won't do it. I'm probably speaking incoherently now because I can't think and do this at the same time. But oh, okay, we missed that. Okay, yeah, well, it's over. All right then. My nose always gets so itchy when I record videos. I think I'm allergic to all these various chemicals. Is probably what it is. Ooh, look out for that blue thing. Sonic getting blue balled again almost. Okay, now we're going to play a little game of Puyo Puyo with Dr. Robotnik here. Or Dr. Eggman, whatever you prefer, I guess. But I'm not the greatest Puyo Puyo person. I could see a small child like getting stuck on this and never actually getting further than this in the game if you've never played Puyo Puyo. It's not like they give you any instructions, but really I think if you just put the controller down and didn't do anything, Eggman would probably still lose because he's really not, the AI is not very smart in this, but you're trying to chain together 4 or more of these little guys here that I guess are called Puyo Puyos. But yeah, this is a game I think is kind of big in Japan. And then there was an American, like Sega owns the rights to it, this little puzzle game here, and they brought it over to the West back in the 90s, I guess, as a, you know, they could sell it better if they marketed it as like a Sonic game. So it was Dr. Eggman's Mean Bean Machine, I think was the name of it. I almost said Green Bean Machine. They're not green beans, but anyway. So yeah, that's kind of the reason they threw this in here. Is just a little Easter egg reference back to that game. But yeah, Puyo Puyo, it's not my favorite thing. I'm not a big puzzle guy. You know, I like Tetris. So I do have Puyo Puyo Tetris, which is this crossover between the two. But outside of like Tetris and like Dr. Mario, I don't really like any other just like straight up puzzle games like that. Like, you know, Candy Crush or like, I don't know. I can't even think of any others right off, but that stuff just doesn't really, it's not really my cup of tea. Studiopolis, here we go. This is a good one. This is the first original level in the game, which was actually made just for Sonic Mania, not in any previous games. Pink Bot, what does that mean? Is this like some kind of, just a bunch of TVs, so I guess that's a radio station or something, but it looks more like a, or well, judging by the name, it sounds like it would be some kind of a, like a pub or something, where people go to get drunk or something. Like, hey, after work you want to go and have a drink at the Pink Bot? It's like, yeah, sure, Fred, I'll meet you there. It's got some really pretty neon colors. But yeah, I really like the visuals in this game. I'm honestly not one of those people that's like a big fan of like pixel art, you know? Like, you know, I grew up with Super Nintendo games and stuff like that, and so, you know, I don't have a problem going back and playing those older games that I grew up with. But whenever I see like an indie studio come out with like a, you know, 8-bit or 16-bit game, I'm always just kind of like, eh. So I kind of feel like we've been there and we've done that, we've moved on, we don't really need to regress to that graphically. But in this game, I actually do quite like the pixel art, which is not something that I would normally say, but for this game it's pretty good. Yeah, for most games, like I grew up with Mario World and we played that on the channel. If you ask me what I thought about the game's visuals, I would say, you know, it's fine for the time. You know, it was pretty good for what they could do back then, but I wouldn't say that it's like mind-blowing or anything. And that's just kind of the way I feel even with like modern games with pixel art. So yeah, it's very rare that like if an indie game comes out, if it's got like pixel art like this, that I'll pick it up. There are a few exceptions like Shovel Knight, which that was kind of more of a case of just like everybody was talking about Shovel Knight back when it came out in like 2014, and I kind of wanted to see what the hype was about. That was also back when the Wii U was a thing that was really struggling and had hardly any games whatsoever. Excuse me. It's this little snail film roll guy. Must be allergic to him too. I wonder if he's got chemicals on him. That's probably what it is. Don't want to grab that Eggman monitor there because that's bad. I forget what it does. It makes us lose our rings or what. But either way, we shan't be grabbing it. Look out for this little electric whatever he's supposed to be. I really don't know. I almost said spider guy because the way he kind of swings almost like he's on a web. There's a little Mickey Mouse Eggman sort of thing going on. I don't know. Sega Sonic Popcorn Shop. This game's got a bunch of weird, obscure references. Apparently Sonic Sega actually had a popcorn machine like that was in, I guess, various arcades or something. I don't know. I like this effect here, this silhouette thing. It's kind of not a fully original thing. You see that stuff in, you know, Donkey Kong Country and a bajillion other 2D platformers like this. But yeah. I thought we'd play something different, you know, play some Sonic, because I really don't have any Sonic content on this channel yet. Like I said, we'll probably do something on Sonic Generations when it comes out. You know, at the very least, I might just upload, maybe without any commentary, just like the first hour of gameplay, or maybe I'll, you know, actually be in front of the camera talking, I don't know. But I would like to do something on that game, Strike While the Iron's Hot, because I definitely plan on picking it up. But yeah, I don't plan on doing like a full playthrough, at least not at this time. Maybe someday we'll revisit it and go back through and do the whole game, but I kind of want to just experience that game for the most part, just by myself, you know, without recording it, because I feel like that kind of take away a little bit from it, because I'm not just focused on the game, I'm having to also, you know, focus on my commentary. Let's go back this way. I keep forgetting I've not really been looking out for the big rings like I should to take us to the bonus areas. Let's see, let's go in here and get teleported. I don't know why those say Hornet on the back of those little RVs or whatever. I don't know if that's a reference to something. someone else can let me know down in the comments, because again, I think I just went backwards, like really far back. I don't know how I did that, but again, I'm kind of a Sega noob, more or less, so a lot of the references are kind of lost on me. So if that hornet does mean something, I don't think anybody really says noob anymore. I just sound like a boomer now. I might ride that up. Yeah, let's go over this way, because I don't know where all the secrets are. Let's go here. Yeah, this level I think has a really striking color palette, very pleasant. Club Spin. I don't know if Smooth McGroove has a cover of this song or not, although he probably does. Where are we going? Where are we dropping, boys? Egg TV. Oh, okay, well somehow Sonic stopped spinning by some miracle. I don't know how we didn't grab that Eggman there, but you can grab Eggman right by his eggs. Hello. Alright, let's see. Very excited for the new Sonic movie coming out. Again, even though I'm not like the biggest, like the most hardcore Sonic fan, although again it is growing on me. Oh, here we go. This is kind of a weird like mini boss here. I'm not the biggest fan of this one because it's like auto scrolling and it really throws off Sonic's momentum. It's like you really have to get a good run and go to be able to clear these jumps. So these blue ones we gotta hit and knock them back at these guys. Yeah, see, it's very hard to jump over stuff. We're probably gonna end up losing all of our rings here. But yeah, I'm trying to remember what the name of these egg robot bad guys are, because they're I wanted to say the Deadly Six, but that's from Sonic Lost World. These are the hard-boiled heavies, I think is their name. I was trying to think. I was like, I know it's some kind of egg-related pun. Is it like it's not the over-easies? Let's see. Is it the? It's not the scramblers. It's not the deviled eggs, although that'd be a pretty good one. The devilish eggs, you know, I could have done something like that. But no, it's the hard-boiled heavies is what these guys are called here. But yeah, we gotta avoid the red ones, and then we gotta hit the blue ones. Did we do it? Did I actually get through it without taking damage? I mean, we did lose our shield, but no, I guess this is still going, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So much for that. Whew. Okay, I guess it can't get me there. Ready to jump. See, I'm like pressing forward with all my might, and it's just not enough momentum to get over that. So it's really kind of annoying. I don't love this particular boss because it's really hard to clear those. Did that sign say Coke back there? Were they calling me out? I'm pretty sure that said Coke. Just have a big sign back there that just says "Get Good." But yeah, we cleared the level. Didn't have any rings, but oh well. We're on Studiopolis Act 2. But yeah, like I was saying, really excited for the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie. I really enjoyed the first one in particular. The second one was good too. A lot of people say that they thought the second one was better. Me personally, I liked the first one a little bit more, but the second one was still good too. The second one was definitely heavier on the Sonic references, which I can appreciate, even if I might not necessarily be as well versed in all of them as some other people. But yeah, the first one I just thought was a little bit funnier, to be honest. So I don't know, but the second one was still good. I think they could have trimmed a lot of fat in that second movie. The second movie, even though I still really enjoyed it, I have some criticisms. I think the movie ran about 30 minutes longer than it needed to. You know, there was kind of the infamous wedding scene that goes on for way too long, where like Sonic and Tails and everybody aren't even like there. I think Sonic's like unconscious and like, or no, maybe Tails is and Sonic's like trapped in a cage or something. I don't know, it's been a hot minute since I watched it. But there's like a long stretch of time in the movie where it's like, this doesn't even feel like a Sonic movie. Like, where's Sonic? So they could have cut out some of that. You know, they had what's his name, Dr. Robotnik's assistant, applause, Agent Stone, and it felt like his parts of the movie were just kind of there. They didn't really add anything to it. They weren't all that funny, really. It felt like Agent Stone was a character that they didn't plan on bringing back for the sequel, but then he ended up being kind of a fan favorite, and so they the writers, you know, just kind of shoehorned him into the plot without really thinking about, like, you know, how to go about it. So I don't know. Hopefully with the third one, Agent Stone will have more of a, you know, more of a prominent role and isn't just reduced to being comedic relief that isn't very funny. It was kind of just him and that. Did that not do anything for me? Oh well, whatever. Him and that other kind of stupid cop guy who's also not really that funny. Wade, I think was his name. Yeah, here's our little water bubble we can bounce to get higher, which is kind of neat, but the double jump's better. This one's very circumstantial. It's nice if we're in a water level, but otherwise it's kind of, you know, it's alright. But yeah, speaking of that Wade guy, he was very prominent in the Knuckles series, which I watched on Paramount, and I'll be honest, that show was not that good. I did not really care for the Knuckles cartoon. It was weird. It was very... The comedy really didn't feel that funny in that either. It felt very cringe, very forced, very awkward, you know? Like, it's just one of those, like, and everybody, like, all of Wade's family, when you meet him, like his sister in particular, she's just like like, there's nothing redeeming about her character. She's just obnoxious. They just make her act just like a child and just so unlikable. Like they went out of their way almost to just make her just not an endearing character at all. So I don't know. Like, I had to kind of force myself to finish that show, but you know, I've got very, very high expectations for the Sonic 3 movie because it looks sick. And, like, I'm honestly not even a big fan of Shadow the Hedgehog necessarily. I feel like just about every game that he's been in is kind of mediocre, if I'm being completely honest. It's my opinion. You can disagree, but the movie looks sick, though. I think they got Keanu Reeves to voice Shadow, who you know, I've not really watched a lot of stuff with Keanu Reeves in it. I know he's from, like, The Matrix or whatever, never seen it. Pretty much the only thing I've seen that Keanu Reeves is in is, I think he makes a cameo in the first Sonic movie where, like, Sonic's watching him on TV or something. But, oh, what are we doing here? The lottery? Gallop? Lotto? I don't know what Gallop is. Again, let me know if it's some kind of a Sonic reference. Okay, we got it. We did good, I guess. We got an extra life. Oh no, I wanted that. Not finding any more bonus ring things since that first one to get a Chaos Emerald. But yeah, Keanu Reeves. He was in the last SpongeBob movie they did, Sponge on the Run or whatever. Which a lot of people talk crap about that movie, but I actually enjoyed it. I thought the visuals were, like, really good. It kind of does a lot of the same things the first SpongeBob movie did, where they get in the paddy wagon, you know, they go on a big trip, and it's even kind of like the, have you seen this Snail episode where Gary goes missing? Gary, now you know I was wrong, I messed up, but now you're gone. Gary, I'm sorry I neglected you, oh, I never expected you to run away and leave me feeling this empty. Your meow right now would sound like music to me. Where am I going with this? Oh yeah, Keanu Reeves, that's what we were talking about. But yeah, he was in the third SpongeBob movie as a like a wise sage. It's just this rolling tumbleweed with Keanu Reeves' head. I know he was also in Cyberpunk, that game that was, like, really critically panned, but then they had to, like, give everybody a refund, and then they, you know, ended up fixing the game like a year later, and I guess people like it quite a bit now. I don't know. I never played it, but yeah, I guess that's going to be a wrap for our first episode. We've been going for about 40 minutes here, so it's probably a good place to call it. We've gotten through the first 3 acts, or zones, I mean, or 4. Yeah, I will catch you guys on the next episode.